All right, shalom, shalom. I'd like to start off first and foremost by giving all praises, glory, and honor to Yahweh Ba'Shem, Yahweh Shai, Ba'Shem Kakadash. Double honors to our elders and the apostles of Grand Millstone who rule and teach well. Peace, love, salutations, and blessings to doing this work in truth and sincerity. This is your brother Nathaniel from the GMS Camp Atlanta coming back at you with a quick lesson through the Spirit. And I pray and hope this lesson is edifying. And this lesson is surrounded around this, not just this woman, but this elderly woman, but Jake as a whole, and how you're starting to see the frustration in our people. We're talking about the Israelites, the so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans with this system and how oppressive it is. And you're starting to see even women to rebel against this system. And, I thought this shit was a joke when I first saw it. This elderly woman, I'm just going to play the video and let you listen to it, because what's happening is Jake is just getting tired of this shit. Jake is getting tired of this system. Jake is getting tired of these oppressive ass devils. And it's getting to a point now to where, Jake is like, well, you know what? I'd rather you just kill me and go out fighting. And it's going to get worse. It's going to get worse and worse and worse, because when you realize that you're in a system that's set to lose, then you eventually get to the point where you're like, hey, we're going to fight back. And, it's all through the Spirit of the Lord who put this docile spirit on Jake to not, to just take his oppression. Like he put a spirit on Jake to just take his punishment. But the Lord is starting to remove that docileness that Jake has. So I'm just going to play this video, okay? And just, it's more than one. You know what I'm saying? But this is just one that I'm going to play this one and another one. But just take a look.
When I tell you Granny did not come to play with y'all, shout out to Dex News for this story, because baby, when I tell you this story is one for the books, I ain't heard nothing like this ever in my 30-some years of being on Earth. Granny said she was going to the store. When she got to the store, she was taking her time pulling into the handicap parking lot, and two young men of the Caucasian background cut off, parked in the handicap spot. Granny waited 2 hours outside for them to finish their little shopping spree. They came out and she confronted them. And when she confronted them, she asked the young man who was driving, she said, "Are you handicapped?" He proceeded to say no. When he said no, Granny shot him in both kneecaps. Both of them. Then she tried to flee the scene. The police pulled up right when she was leaving out the parking lot, and guess what? Granny had a shootout with the police and shot one of them, unalive one, got the other one in the shoulder. I said, oh my gosh. And it only gets better from now. Granny had on a bulletproof vest and an assault rifle. Thuggin'. Turns out she was a former Marine, Special Operations. And when they asked her what made her do it, she said, I think I was just having a bad day. And then the police, being unalived, brought them to say, okay, well, what made you do it? And she said, well, after the Sonia Massey situation, I had to defend myself, because I know they'll unalive me. So I had to unalive them first.
Now, and that is the sentiment that's going around now. Jake is starting to realize that these devils, they only want to, they out for blood. Okay? These devils are out for blood. And the scriptures say that there's going to be sedition. And that sedition is also concerning Jake. Jake is going to rebel against his oppressors. Now, is Jake going to win? No. But Jake is going to rebel. You see, because it's getting to a point to where, the system has become so oppressive and so evil that you can't even live in this shit, at all. It's literally unlivable, and the scriptures say, if those days are not shortened, then no flesh should be left alive. Okay. So I'm gonna start off with this quick precept. Salakia. This is Genesis 49:9. It says, Judah is a lion's whelp from the prey. My son, thou art going up. Okay, so Judah is like a lion, You won't be able to tell that Judah's a lion because, Judah just allows so much shit to just happen to him all the time. As a matter of fact, let me start up at verse 8. It says, Judah, thou art he whom thy brothers shall praise, because Judah is the head. Thy hand shall be the neck of thy hand shall be in the neck of thine enemies. Thy father's children shall bow down before thee. So, when Judah decided to wake up, all the other tribes are going to wake up. When Judah decided to rebel, all the other tribes are going to rebel too. It's a spiritual thing. When you look at the so-called Hispanics, right? The so-called Negro, Latinos and Hispanics, right? And you see Judah do something. Who immediately follows them? The Hispanics. They follow Judah. Everybody follows Judah. Listen to the music. When you go back into the 70s, right? And 40s, 50s, and 60s and 70s, Judah was using, he was instrumental. He was singing, playing the piano, trumpet, trombone, clarinet, cornet, French horn, all of these different instruments Jake was playing to bring out, to create music, and his passion, right? And then you see Issachar, you listening to, Issachar play, he's following suit. He's doing what Judah does, right? You listen to the Spanish music, it's all instrumental and all that stuff. And those were from the 50s, 60s, and 70s. Then you move forward into the 2000s, Jake moves into that rap and, R&B, and you start listening to the genres, and guess who's following them? The Latin tribes are following them. You got the nigga woman doing the shit that she do, and who's following her? The Latino woman is following her, So you get the other tribes follow Judah. So when Judah starts to buck up against this system, all of the other tribes are going to start bucking up too, And it says, Judah is a lion's whelp from the prey. Oh, it's like it. Yeah, Judah is a lion's whelp from the prey. My son, thou art gone up. He stoopeth down. He is crushed as a lion, and as an old lion, who shall rouse him up? Because Judah lazy. Judah like, fuck it, and forget my French. He lazy. He don't want to get up. He don't want to be stirred up, right? But the Lord is going to stir that spirit up in Judah, okay? The Lord is going to stir up that spirit in Judah. And I'm going to read this in the NIV. Verse 9 again, it says, you are a lion's cub, Judah, okay? You will return from the prey, my son, like a lion. He crouches down like a lioness. Who dares to rouse him up? So it's like, Judah chilling. You gonna rouse him up? These devils know what Jake capable of. They know that. So they have to, but they're pressing the button. But it's not them. It's the Lord. The Lord is going to make this thing happen. The Lord is going to bring Judah to a point to where Judah's just like, you know what? Hey, it is what it is, man. I'd rather die than continue to live under this level of oppression. Right? And I got another video just to show you,
Granny,
that this ain't a fluke, right? Let's see. Yeah, here you go right here.
Who's all in the house? Who's all in the house?
Second.
You see, and that was a week ago when this happened. So you see, that's another Judite. That's another Jake, right?
Who's all in the house? Who's all in the house?
Because Judah's realizing that when these dudes come, death comes with them. They don't come to bring peace into your life. When you get pulled over by the police, there's an undertone of not just arrest but death. Okay, when the cop pulls you over, a so-called Edomite cop, a so-called white man cop, Salakia, when he pulls you over, he ain't pulling you over for shits and giggles. This dude pulling you over because he about to do something, and if you ain't right, he gonna do something. Okay, and it's getting to a point to where now Judah's it's so much wickedness, so much hatred and bitterness toward Judah that they starting to see, hey, really this system ain't for us, which the Lord put the blinders on our people so they can't see, but hey, the Lord is going to take them off. I'm gonna go to 2nd Ezra. This is 2nd Ezra 15, and I'm gonna start at verse 14. It says, woe to the world that and them that dwell therein, for the sword and the destruction draweth nigh, and one people shall stand and fight against another with swords. And the modern day sword is the gun. Okay, and that's talking about our people too. Our people gonna stand up and fight against another people, right? They're gonna fight against each other, and they're gonna fight against other people too. All right? Because when all this shit hits the fan, and there's no more 911. Oh, you best believe you're gonna have some niggas out here that's gonna want to get their get back. It says, and swords in their hands, for there shall be sedition among men, invading one another. They should not regard their kings nor princes, in the course of their actions shall stand in their power. So there ain't gonna be no law-abiding citizens in this time. There ain't gonna be no, oh, you know what, we got to do the right thing. No, it's gonna be we need to do. And most of these jakes out here that inwardly hate these devils, that's just passively dealing, they're not gonna do that no more. Okay, and we're starting to see that right now when you see an older woman, you know, who decides that, hey, you know what, I'm just gonna go ahead and shoot these cops. You know what, and she's an old woman. And then you got this other Jake that I believe he called the police to invite him in. Now, you know, I did some fact checking. I just wanted to make sure that thing about that woman was legit, and it sure is. Her name is Pauline Brown from Bloomfield Hills. This is Michigan. A woman allegedly shoots a 19-year-old in a parking lot, and it goes on to say the story of Pauline Brown, a Septuagint, I can't remember. I can't pronounce that word. Slovakia. Septuagint African American grandma who shot a 19-year-old, identified as Chad Bosnick, in a Target parking lot. And the story goes on. The woman, you know, she decides, hey, you know what? I'm just going to end it. I'm going to have to defend myself because these devils, they're coming for blood, which they are coming for blood. They're the bloody man, okay? You know, and even King David said, save me from the bloody man. You know, Esau is a damn demon who only seeks after blood. You know, there's no peace with this devil. I'm going to go to the book of Lamentations. Let's see. This will show that, I think it's Lamentations 3. Slovakia. Oh, here it is right here. This is Lamentations 4 and 21. It says, rejoice and be glad, O daughter of Edom, that dwelleth in the land of Uz. The cup also shall pass unto thee. Thou shalt be drunken and shalt make thyself naked. You see, all of the shit that was done to us is going to be done unto them twofold. And here it is. It says, the punishment of thine iniquity is accomplished, O daughter of Zion. He will no more carry thee into captivity. He will visit thine iniquity, O daughter of Edom. He will discover thy sins. And we're seeing that in the world right now. All of the evil that these devils have been doing throughout the world is coming to light. The Lord is revealing it because, you know, before the Lord enacts his judgment, he shows why he about to do this shit. Okay, so he's showing the world, hey, I'm about to bring judgment on these devils. Look at what they've been doing. Okay, I'm bringing all this to light. So as this is happening, you're starting to see the mindset of Jake change. He's no longer looking at these devils as friends. He's looking at these devils as enemies. And I see it on a day-to-day. You know, Jake giving these damn devils a side eye like everywhere you go. Because the hatred that they have been projecting onto Jake is now about to be projected onto them. And nobody's going to have any mercy on them, man. Nobody's going to look upon them and say, oh, you know, they all right. They didn't do it. No, bro. It's going to flip. And everybody's going to look at them as a whole. Like, all y'all people are the devil. Everyone from that seed line is the damn devil. Okay? And you're starting to see that happen right now. I'm going to grab one more precept. And this is Job 20 and 22. It says, in the fullness of his sufficiency, he shall be in straits. Every hand of the wicked shall come upon him. And that's also talking about the wicked of our people, which is Jake. Okay? everybody's going to turn against this devil to bring him down. And ultimately, the Lord is going to bring him down and hit him with the final 1-2 punch to bring this devil down to nothing, okay? But everybody going to get a lick in on this fucking devil, man. You know what I'm saying? Including Jake, all right? So, you know, with that, I pray this is an edifying lesson, giving all praise, glory, and honor to Yahweh Ba'ashem, Yahweh Shai, Ba'ashem Rekal Kadash. Double honors to our elders and the apostles and the great millstones. To the next time I came, I say shalom. Oh, Salakia.